What if humans suddenly used 100% of their brain? The idea of unlocking hidden potential is exciting, but let's dive into the science behind this popular myth. The claim that we only use 10% of our brain is a long-standing myth, popularized in movies and fiction. But what's the actual truth, and what would happen if we used it all at once? The popular myth suggests that humans are operating on only a fraction of their mental power, holding back untapped genius. But neuroscientists disagree completely. In reality, humans already use nearly all parts of the brain. The key is, we just don't use every part simultaneously. Our brain is already an extremely efficient, finely tuned machine. Different regions activate dynamically as needed for specific tasks throughout the day. Different regions activate for thinking, movement, memory, emotions, and senses. This selective activation prevents the brain from overheating and becoming overloaded. Even when you are resting or sleeping, your brain remains highly active, diligently controlling essential functions like breathing, heartbeat, and processing thoughts. Contrary to the movies, suddenly using 100% of the brain all at once would not grant superpowers. It would actually be catastrophic. A simultaneous activation of all brain regions would overload the system, much like an electrical grid running far beyond its capacity. It would be too much energy, too much activity. This extreme overload could lead to severe stress, uncontrollable seizures, or even the loss of normal, conscious brain function. Let's definitively debunk the myth that we only use a small percentage of our brain. The evidence against this claim is overwhelming in neuroscience. Brain imaging studies, such as fMRI and PET scans, clearly show that virtually all brain regions are active over a 24-hour period, depending on what we are doing. If 90% of the brain was unused, damage to those areas would cause no effect. However, even small brain injuries can have serious, debilitating consequences, proving all areas are essential. So if it's not about raw usage, what defines intelligence and mental prowess? It's about quality, not quantity. Scientists believe intelligence depends on how well different brain regions communicate and coordinate with each other, not on maximizing total usage. In reality, evolution has already optimized our brain for survival and efficient learning. We possess the processing power we need, utilized effectively. To wrap up, let's remember that the true wonder of the brain lies in its efficiency and complex connectivity, not some untapped reservoir of power. The idea that using 100% of the brain grants superpowers is purely a movie myth, like the one portrayed in Lucy, and is not supported by actual science. You already use your brain efficiently for everything you do. Focus on nurturing those neural connections, not worrying about hitting a mythical 100%.